I was just
Run right past that, I guess.
Messing around. Yeah.
I was just messing around.
Mhm.
Just messing
That's
around.
that's what usually happens.
Welcome to episode 9, where we're not just talking about the clap, we're talking about the clap. This is Drunken Arcanauts, the Dycairn campaign, and I am Clancy. I'll be your DM. This is a 5th edition campaign with a custom setting and custom rules and story and skills and items and all that jazz. If you're just joining us, this is episode 9. So go back to episode 1 and listen from the beginning of the campaign, or listen to campaign 1 and then campaign 2 before you get to the Dycairn campaign, because you know, they're all pretty good. Dycairn is standalone, however, so if you want to listen to just one, listen to this one. It's also the best of the 3, I think, so far. At least in terms of story. I've definitely gotten better at that. So, before I go too far off track, we'll do a shout out for our patrons. Scotty Doesn't Owe, LL Cole J, Jess Skate P, Marky Mark, Special K, Christian Haydenson, Nathan R, and every Jared begins with K. We really appreciate the support. We hope you guys are enjoying the new campaign, and we'd be happy to hear from you. So if everybody could go around, introduce themselves, their character, and just a quick little snippet about what they're thinking about on the items they got for the train.
Hi, I'm Risky, and I'm playing Lentil Godfrey, who is a cooking domain cleric, and he is psyched that he's got some stuff to cook on, and he's got some spices, and feels a little... He doesn't like all their super dark humor for the group. Like, everyone's got some crazy jokes, but they seem to be pretty good people altogether.
That's right.
Sounds accurate.
I am relevant. I am playing Juniper Hollow. She is a half-elf monk. She didn't really want anything for the train, but she decided that we probably need something to see outside with. So we're turning it into a land submarine. And she just thinks that Lentil is just like a child. She actually doesn't even view him as an adult at this point.
Yeah, that's fair. My name is Mark. I'm playing Simon Salazar, a Wanti warlock, who is the only one who is concerned with being able to sleep on the train. And I was miming, if you're a patron, you can see your name scrolling across the bottom of the video.
I'm Jay. I'm playing Victor McCoy, who has in fact proven to be sketchier than Erdry so far, I feel like.
I mean, you haven't
And-
cried in front of a barn yet.
That wasn't really sketchy so much as just sad. Erdry was a sad character. He's a very sad man. Anyways, this is about Erdry. This is about Victor. He's happy to have a tinker station. And in case anyone forgot, he still looks a little bit like a female.
Because of that long blonde hair.
I have been thinking about trying to track someone down who looks similar with brown hair and a beard. And, you know, getting that saved on the ring or whatever.
Two things. One thing before the recap. A land submarine should be called a hyperterrestrial because it's above ground instead of underwater.
They're the worst.
Second, recap. So the party had a city adventure, basically. They turned in the bounties they captured after some discussion with the giant spider. They managed to have a sort of weird conversation with Giovanni Hyboria, where he paid out on the bounties. Then they went and got the magic ring that they had sold before being offered the opportunity to have their own rail engine and rail car so that they can take it back to be repaired and that the company doesn't have to worry about dragging this engine around. They'll be on the maintenance line now, which means they don't have to worry about other trains generally, and have access to additional maintenance stops, things like that. So, where we left off, you guys had basically just gotten a break, which we'll jump past. You just hung out for a little while the train was being put together and your changes and equipment and bunk beds were being installed. And we'll start you guys back up, back at the train, looking over the work, which is looking pretty good.
What's the first thing you're gonna make, Little, when we have our kitchen?
Well, I was gonna bake some cookies.
Do you think that cookies have all the nutritional value that we need for our bodies?
No.
Maybe gnomes are different. I'm not sure what your requirements are for food.
What your dietary needs are.
Well, no, I mean, like, we could live off cookies, but it would just be, I mean, you'd just be super fat. But those are the special cookies that will heal us and stuff if we get attacked or something.
Fair. Do we have other stuff we can make? Since we now have to wait
yeah.
longer.
Actually, because I have a 3rd level spell that I don't think I would ever use normally, which is create food and water. And I could create 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water on the ground.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. The food is bland but nourishing, so that's why I wanted all the spices.
You fucking would.
Okay,
Fine. Are you casting that?
Well, once I get everything situated and I'm gonna start cooking, then I would.
Who is going to be the conductor?
Not it.
Not it.
Well, I can't cook and run the train.
Sounds like Victor, you've been nominated.
My God.
Are all the controls as fucked up as when we left them?
Yes.
At least I somewhat understood what all those weird letters meant. I can probably do it at least a little bit.
Shouldn't we ask someone?
Well, I would say that's a pretty smart idea. Yeah, we probably should get some explanation
like,
on how
In
all
a
this
place
works.
where people, use these trains
Maybe-
all the time?
Maybe we can get someone to relabel a couple things and stuff
Yeah,
like
like-
that.
Fast and stop.
You want it to be labeled fast.
Yeah, fast and stop.
And then another one labeled Furious.
What would that be for? That's just stupid.
I feel like that's trademarked, and we should probably stay away from it.
We didn't say them in the same sentence. It's fine.
This episode is
Stop,
sponsored
Too
by
Furious.
Fast and the Furious 9.
It's been put on hold.
As you know from campaign 1, The Rock does listen, so or
Oh,
at least a guy named Rock definitely probably listens. So who Lentil, you're busy setting up the food and the spices and everything. Who's going to go find someone to explain the buttons, which I desperately hoped you would not do, if I'm being honest.
Well,
I didn't even think about it, so I'm glad he brought it up. I'll go do that since it's my guy's responsibility.
Okay. Simon, Juniper, what are you guys going to be doing on the train?
I feel pretty tired. I might need to take a nap before we go.
Didn't you guys rest the whole time we were gone?
Yeah, I was just rubbing that in your face again.
Okay, well,
Simon's the laziest. All he does is nap and eat your cookies.
Is
well, he
there-
doesn't eat all my cookies.
He tries to.
Well, I have them.
Yeah, except
Locked
for
up.
that one time you were sleeping and he tried to steal one.
When was
You were sleeping.
Is there, while they're doing nonsense, is there any water supply around
Oh no.
that's
No.
not on our train?
Oh.
Okay, not on your train. Yes, there's a train on the track directly next to you, literally only like 10 feet away, and it has water tanks on it.
I want to go over there. You guys wait here. I just gotta go. I think I saw somebody I know over here.
Okay.
You want to roll
Have
me
fun.
stealth, Simon?
Yeah, I sure do, really badly. 5.
You're an idiot.
um, you hear a guy yell up, "Hey, what are you doing up there?" And it's one of the railway guards, and he says, "What? Did you just pour something in that water?"
No, the boss told me to check and make sure everything was good with the water supply because some rogue guard was walking around trying to put poison in here.
Roll deception.
Jesus Christ.
Dirty 20.
He rolled a 3 on insight. Well, what that guard looked like, do you know? I want to keep an eye out for him.
He looked a little bit like you. Are you the one who's been doing it? I'll go tell the boss it was you if you don't get the fuck out of here.
He rolled a 5. He's like, no. Just chill, man. I'll be back by in a little bit. But if you see him, you just yell, and I'll come running and to help capture him.
Okay, what should I yell? What was your name, sir?
My name is Dwayne Johnson.
Okay, I'll let you know if I see him. Be on the watch, the lookout, and the watch. See you later.
You got it. He takes off. Victor, you just go into the nearby, nearest conductor.
Yeah, do I remember how the ring works? Can I roll like a history or something? Remember if I remember the instructions she gave me, even though I know they were wrong? I just don't remember how the ring, off the top of my head, what you said for the ring.
Which
the
ring?
words. The one, I only
The
have
disguise one.
I've got one of the disguise ones. Remember I beat up the poor guy in the...
You punched the guy.
Yeah, okay.
I've got one of the rings.
Do I remember how that actually works? What the phrase was? So I don't remember what the phrase was.
Yeah, we can just make one up, yeah?
It was
Yeah.
Lilyhammer.
Lilyhammer.
Oh,
there
yeah.
we go.
Lilyhammer and Hammer
Lily.
Lily?
Yeah.
So Hammer Lily saved things, and Lilyhammer changed it, I think. Changed you.
Yeah, Lilyhammer transforms you into one and saves whatever you looked like into it. And Hammer Lily transforms you back into what you looked like before. But if you Lilyhammer twice,
Right,
then you overwrite.
right, because I saved
Yeah.
the dumb thing into it. So Lilyhammer saves, and okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Lilyhammer.
Decent joke.
Lilyhammer.
This episode brought to you by the show Lilyhammer.
Basically, what I'm doing is, as I'm looking for someone to give me instructions, I'm also looking for someone who I can save their hair stuff onto. So someone that looked like how my guy looked before, dark hair, beard, brown,
Roll me a D100.
That's a 48.
You can see someone with dark hair and extremely pale skin. You can see someone with a beard who is really dark, really, really dark skinned. You can see someone with bleach blonde, short hair, and peach fuzz who has sort of weathered skin. And you can see someone with dark hair in a mohawk and lamb chops.
I'm just going to keep looking.
Okay.
trying to get something as close to what my guy prefers his look to be.
Well, 48 is not close.
No, it's not good at all.
So, with that, you do find a conductor fairly quickly.
Okay.
He looks over and he says, "Well, what can I do you for?"
Well, I'm taking over as a conductor on a repair train, and no one really showed me how, and so a quick lesson would be great.
Roll me persuasion.
16 persuasion. Where are you? 17.
He says, "Well, that's pretty interesting there, fella. You know what? I'll give you a rundown, but I expect you owe me a favor next time I see you around town. How about that?"
That sounds perfect.
Okie dokie. And he begins to point at the buttons. First, he starts with the red buttons. There is the SL button,
Right.
which is shift one track to the left. The SR button, which is shift one track to the right. The SLL, which is shift two tracks to the left. And SRR, which is shift two tracks to the right. There is the GD button, which is moving the guard down. So that's the front of the train, the sort of rail guard that knocks trees and snow and shit out of the way. Then there's the FD button, which is to disconnect the rail car from the cars in front of it, or the engine from the cars in front of it. The RD button, which is to disconnect the cars from behind it. And that's it for the red buttons. Did you get all that?
Yes, I did.
The green buttons are GU, which is guard up, puts the guard out of the way of the track. FC, which connects cars to the front of the engine. And RC, which connects cars to the rear of the engine. And then there is an orange button labeled TB, which is a turbo boost button. This is what Lentil hit the most.
Shit. Turbo boost. I'm gonna put that in very heavy words.
It burns
Turbo.
train nitrous, is what we're going to call it.
R2R.
This is sponsored by Fast and the Furious.
The trick is to hit it second.
Yeah. Too soon. And then our vision gets all blurry.
Down.
Nitrous warp speed.
Disconnects. Okay, I got it.
Okay. He gives you that. He tells you a little bit about the train. If you're going on straightaways, technically it's safe to get as fast as 80 miles an hour. If you're going around corners, you really don't want to be going greater than 30 miles an hour unless you've only got a few cars. If you only got a few cars, you're safe to go to 40. But the more cars you have, the more dangerous it is going around one of those corners. And, you know, it's a rail line, so it's not like it's a sharp corner ever. But any turns at all are risky.
That's me.
And one more question: how much time do you think I need to slow? I only got 2 cots on this thing. I got one cot. I got my conducting cot, and then just how much time do I need to slow down if, say, I'm going 60 miles per hour, or say you've got someone on your train that hits the turbo boost button a lot. What do you think's the time limit to slow the track down, the train down?
Well, it would depend on what kind of shape your brakes are in there, buddy. I'd have to take a look to know for sure, but I bet it's something around not too much time.
Oh, well, that was very descriptive of you. Thank you for that information. And so can the brakes go out completely?
Well, you don't want them to. I can tell you that, buckaroo.
So say that you had quite a few trains attached to your engine, and someone on said train brought it up to basically full speed. And then someone else, for instance, just pulled the brakes as hard as they could for a while. Would you say that the brakes are probably in poor shape?
I would say that those brakes are probably in poor shape.
Okay. And how much are brake repairs?
Oh, on one of these engines? They're not too bad. Couple hundred gold. Although you do got to get it all the way north in order to get any of the trains repaired in a significant fashion. In fact, I hear that they found a group of total amateurs to take one of the trains north.
You don't say.
Yeah, it's a crazy business. That's why they had to get amateurs. Any expert would know that is dangerous. Train like that probably barely runs anymore. You'd have to, I don't know, have a death wish, probably. Although you're on the maintenance line, so even if you slide through town, I guess the worst you'd have is, well, to walk back, unless you derail. That could be a problem.
So was there anyone that... Could you even come and take a look at the brakes for me real quick and just maybe even look over the engine and just give me maybe a damage report?
Oh, well, I don't know if I've got time for that. I am supposed to be grabbing lunch. Do you think you could pick me something up while I gave it a look over?
Honestly, I got a guy at my train that will just cook you something up.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion. 7.
Absolutely not. I've got to go grab myself some lunch, but if I've got time after I eat, I will swing by. What line you on?
Well, I'm over there on the broken train line.
On the maintenance line?
The maintenance line, that's what it's called. Yeah, I'm on the maintenance line.
Wait a second. Are you those crazy amateurs?
I really am. I could really use a hand, if I'm being honest. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, can't miss an opportunity like this. I'd love to see that train before it goes off the rails.
Yeah, consider it. You know, something you could tell your friends, your family, how done. You know, give it a shot.
Says, yeah. Let's head right over there. So you guys head that way. Okay. Lentil, what are you doing? You were setting up the.
Oh yeah, I was doing the cookies.
What's your role for your cooking?
Ugh. Actually, that's a 17. Which is... Where is that? 4d4 plus proficiency on my cookies. That's actually
that's not bad.
Pretty good.
It's a solid amount of healing. So you get some fresh cookies. Juniper and Simon, you guys smell those cookies come out. Simon, how many... Did you try and get all of the water tanks on that were nearby?
Yeah, any that I could see.
Roll me one more stealth.
Dirty 20 again.
You go ahead and get 8 water tanks that are going to many cities all over. You have definitely put into motion a significant impact on the population now.
Oh no.
Phew.
You get back at about the same time that Victor and a very happy train conductor show up. And he basically, when you get within about 50 yards of the train, is like, "Oh boy, man, is this the train you guys are taking?"
Have you ever seen a Yeti so big it could eat a whole train?
Well, yeah, I take the south line from the north all the time. We see Yetis pretty consistently.
Well, you get what may have happened to this train then.
Yeah, it looks like you let it catch you. You shouldn't do that. That's a mistake.
Well, when you don't know how to drive a train, it makes it a little complicated to get away.
Wait, they were letting you drive the train through that?
Unintentionally, we had a situation.
Well, you're not amateurs at all then, are you? You're basically experts.
Well, experts at certain things.
He climbs under the car, and you just hear like a, oh boy, these brakes are fucked. Well, let me do some jerry-rigging here. I can probably get something going, but let me see. How about this? I'm going to rewire your guard up button. So your guard will have to stay down on the front of your train. Means you won't be able to hook up to cars that are in front of you anymore. But when you hit that GU button from now on, that is going to be an emergency brake. As long as you've only got 3 or fewer cars on here, that should stop you within a couple 100 yards.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm really
Are we
Well, I think
literally
what the-
just dropping a bar in front of us to stop the train?
Perhaps.
Here's a stick you could throw in your fucking front wheel.
If anyone who knows about trains would like to come out and assist Victor on decision making, that would be great. He doesn't
None of us know about
know.
trades. Did
You
his
know
is-
the
agree
most
with-
about trains of anybody there.
He's just
Did
gonna
I
agree
hear?
with whatever this
Did I
guy
hear
says.
anyone show up?
No, you definitely didn't.
Okay.
You might hear the sound of him tinkering underneath, like ding, 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 as he hammers away.
All right. Well, if I'm finished with my cookies, then I'll probably just go out and check if everyone's hungry. And I'll make some real food. Real fake food.
This episode is sponsored by Real Fake Food,
Are you casting your make
America's
45
favorite
pounds of
home
food?
meal kit.
Find us at realfakefood.com.
So
Or
he
McDonald's.
does that change. He takes a look at the engine, and he goes, "Yeah, there's some problems here too. You've got some major efficiency problems in this engine compartment. Looks like you really must have loaded it up and let it run dry 2 or 3 times."
Well, I don't know what that means, so yeah.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. I have got the answer. So what I think we need to do, we need to get rid of your front disconnect. So we already got rid of your front guard up button. You can't
Okay.
connect to cars anyway, so we're going to get rid of the front disconnect, and we're going to turn that into a throttle button for you. So you got a turbo boost. This
Okay.
is going to be what I'm going to call a auto conductor. You hit this button, and it will go the speed that basically it wants to go at.
I'm not, not gonna lie. I don't know if that is the best direction to take. It is. I don't know if an autopilot, almost if you will, is the best direction for a train.
Oh, well, far be it from me to suggest that an actual conductor setting up an automated conductor would be better at driving a train than a total amateur. I would not dare to assume such a thing. Would you like me to just put it in full manual and let you precisely control the wheels and the speed they turn at and how much engine torque there is? Or I can do the auto, one or the other. Either way, while you're shitting on my profession that I had to learn for 15 years, we can do this whichever way you'd like, buddy.
Anyone hungry?
I was like, it just gonna be cookies because I don't need to be
Victor
healed.
needs help. He doesn't know anything about trains. So what you're saying that this autopilot thing, I can just hit the button and go to sleep, or
I'm saying you hit that button and the train will get up to the safest speed it can get to by itself. without anybody monitoring it. Now you'll blow past any train stations, and assuming there's nothing on the track that is a problem, you'll be fine. It won't go over a speed that's too dangerous. If it feels you starting to turn, for instance, it will automatically slow down. If you're on a straightaway, it'll speed up. However, the downside, of course, is if you need to go faster than safe, you'll have to manually hit the turbo boost.
So I can't turn it off, is what you're saying?
Oh, no, you can turn it off. It would just require you to shovel a whole bunch of fuel in there rather than using the train nitrous.
Oh my god.
Fucking train nitrous.
Well, you know what? You are the professional here. So I think I'll just follow your advice.
For all of our listeners who know anything about trains, I apologize. He gets to work on it, comes up and says, well, I'll tell you what, I think I'm probably going to lose money on this transaction. And he tips his hat and says, now I'll see you folks, I'm sure, again. We're on the same loop. Can't be too much of a coincidence that I caught you here, right?
Right.
Okie dokie. Now I'm going to go grab some lunch, and I'm going to take off. Now, make sure you're behind me, because I do not want to see the wreck in front of me. I'm just kidding. And then he leaves.
Did you bring this guy over here just to be mean to us, Victor?
Well, in his defense, we don't know what we're doing. So I think that in some ways his attitude and overall everything is in some ways justified.
Okay, so where did we leave? What did you make, Lentil? Did you only make cookies again?
I'm asking people if they're hungry for like food besides cookies right now. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, I don't want any cookies because I'm all healed up, but I want to eat something else.
I have
Yeah.
not had anything but sugar, I swear, in like 2 days.
Oh, you have probably like diabetes.
Well, no, I don't even know what diabetes is, but I don't think I have it.
I mean, he's not dead yet.
Not yet.
Yes, Lentil, I'm hungry.
Okay, thank you. I will go and cook something. I don't know. It just says random food, so
Bland food.
So we're going to say it's all tofu in the shape of different foods. Whatever foods you want, it's shaped like whatever you want, but it's tofu.
Ugh.
And it's like flavored tofu, flavored to taste the way that food would normally taste.
Okay, so it has a little bit of the taste, I guess.
Yeah, it tastes like the food in the sense that like a stick that's been in a corn dog tastes like a corn dog.
Okay.
Do you normally eat the sticks that have
I
been
mean,
in
I do
corn
for
dogs?
that and popsicles. So,
Okay.
and I can tell you they both faintly taste of the thing that has been on that stick.
Wow,
Oh,
that's an actual thing. There's a recipe roulette. We will go with Italian.
Hell yeah.
Okay. How long are you gonna spend? Holy shit. Sancher's better, but Bolognaise. So I'm making that. Yeah, oh yeah.
Bolognese.
Yes. That does not
no,
look
it's
like that at all.
bolognese.
Okay, that looks Asian. Okay, whatever. But that's what I'm making out of the weird tofu stuff.
Roll me a cooking check.
Nat 20.
What's the normal bonus for eating one of your meals on a rest?
Oh crap. I don't even remember.
It's something like temp HP.
think it means you can't be killed or go down ever.
Yeah, you're invincible.
For the rest of the episode.
You increase a creature's hit die by 1d8 during a short rest or whatever. You can grant temp HP through cooking. I don't remember. It says see rules, but I don't remember what those rules were.
I think it was equal to your modifier.
So my cooking modifier?
Probably just your charisma
Modifier?
modifier.
Like proficiency?
No, not proficiency. Just your charisma modifier. It's like a +4 or a +5 or something.
Oh, +5.
+5. Is it charisma for clerics or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah.
Oh, so that, yeah.
+5?
That would just be +2. Sorry,
+2.
I was looking at just so many other things. So, yeah.
Okay, so because it's a nat 20, we'll double it to a +4. Everybody gains +4 temp HP,
Woo!
including Juniper.
And you get a D8, extra D8 for short rest healing
Mm-hmm.
that we use all the time. Actually, we started using them.
Mm-hmm. If you guys
Yeah.
hadn't leveled, you'd probably have done more so far.
Hell yeah.
So you guys get your food, and Victor, are you starting up the train to go?
Did we refuel?
Yeah, they got you all refueled.
Okay.
So you have
Or-
2 giant coal lockers on either side of the engine room that have, you don't know because you guys haven't driven a train before, but it looks like a lot of coal. Way more than you had when you got down here.
Before they take off, Victor wants to take one more look around to see if he can scam a ring thing. See if he can find a
Roll me a
person.
D100.
That's not going to be much better. What, I get a 48 last time or something?
Yeah.
Sure did.
This is a 54.
54. Well, with a 54, you spot a woman who has dark, straightened hair that is in like an A-frame cut, and she has fairly thick facial hair. She must be a dwarf of some sort.
Okay.
Her skin is more of an alabaster.
Okay.
Then there is a man with really bad male pattern baldness and thick bushy beard. And then there's a guy who has the dark hair, but you think it's all a comb over. And he has a thin, patchy beard. And both of their skin are sort of somewhere between an olive complexion and just sort of a standard white.
Just going to get on the train in disappointment.
So you get on the train. Everybody's eating their food. It tastes spicier than you would expect it to, as though somebody had went in and seasoned it. But it only tastes faintly of all of the rest of it. And the texture is all... the texture of all of it is about that of... refrigerated cream cheese. So, like, it looks exactly like the Italian pasta, but, like, as you cut, it just sort of slides through it.
So did you bake 45 pounds of this lentil, or
What? No, I just made enough for us.
okay? It's not that good.
No, it
Well-
still tastes pretty solid.
I don't
The
like the
texture's the same,
consistency.
Like, you can try to cook with this, unless you want to get like real food somewhere.
Maybe at the next stop.
I mean, I only have, well, I guess I have a little bit for some real food. Are we in a hurry?
It would be nice to not just live here from now on.
Well, I mean, am I dealing with the cooking or like your living situation?
The train could be in motion, can it not, while you're cooking?
Well, I can't find other food while we're on a train moving.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but it'd be nice to not be here anymore. We've been here for an entire day.
Okay, so are you bitching about the food or are you bitching about staying here?
Both.
Okay, which one do you hate more?
Staying here.
Okay, are you going to continue to bitch about the food?
Yes.
But then I'm going to go get some actual food.
Okay, make it quick. We
Fuck
definitely
you.
will not leave without you.
Apparently, don't like my cooking, so I'm going to go get some real food. I mean, it was pretty nasty food, but I did what I could.
It tasted good, but it was like mush.
And
Yeah,
don't
it's-
forget, you still have the haggler's handbag.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It might not come out better.
How much can I put in that?
You can put lots of stuff in it.
Well, I mean, at once.
You'd have to find out. You don't know.
So is all the food in the shape of like, I guess what I was picturing when I summoned the food?
Yeah.
So I want to grab like a roast and shove that in. Big old tofu roast.
Tofu roast. Okay, roll me a D100.
That'd be a 62.
62. What comes out is a bag, like a big bag, like a paper grocery bag full of peanuts.
It's pretty good. Is anyone allergic to peanuts here?
I bet you can make a sauce, a peanut sauce out of this.
Oh, of course I can make sauce out of this. I'm just saying we're here. Just give me like an hour.
Do you
An
want someone
hour?
to come with you?
Not him.
Do you want someone other than Simon to come with you?
Yes, that would be nice.
Okay, I'll go with him.
We're leaving in 1 hour.
Simon, shut your fucking mouth.
I will push every
we'll
button.
leave whenever it is you guys get back.
will
Why
push
don't you go
every-
poison some more fucking water?
I might poison you if you don't shut the fuck up.
I'll poison you, you piece of shit. Come on, Lentil, let's go.
Okay.
Juniper and Lentil go into town, and Victor and Simon stay behind. Victor, Juniper, and Lentil, I need all of you guys to take your headsets off for like 30 seconds and hold them where you can't hear for sure.
I'm gonna go make another drink.
Okay.
Yes.
Relevant, put yours back on.
How is he supposed to know when he comes back?
Oh, perfect. Okay, so, Mark, you hear your god. Let me look up his name again. Yaman Shesh. He speaks into your head, and he tells you that you need to stop the train at the Deep Root, or before Deep Root at the Nightshade River crossing. That there is a maintenance rail area there before the Nightshade River crossing, just before it. You need to stop there. You need to find the Knoll band that is somewhere around there, and you need to get the mysterious root that they have. You need to get 16 ounces of it. Don't eat it. Keep it to yourself, and then either poison or burn all of the rest of it that is there. You hear this in your head, and that's retroactively going to be part of why you're like, we need to fucking go. because you know that your god needs you to go down there and do this thing.
Got it.
Okay. Try to get their attention now.
They're not even like.
We're having our own conversation. You can wait 10 seconds. We're talking about Marvel.
And that's where we'll end the Dycairn campaign.
Okay. So,
This episode is sponsored by Secretive Asshole Bastards.
yes, perfect.
.com.
With that, we will
GoDaddy.com.
switch over to Lentil and Juniper. You guys are headed into town. What sort of place are you looking for there, Lentil?
Butcher shop.
Butcher shop. You find a butcher shop pretty quick. It's the closest one to the rail yard, and it's called Rail Carrion Carriers.
Okay.
It has a number of different carcasses hanging up, all drained of blood. There's very obvious evidence that these have all been killed by trains. There's elk, there's deer, there's yeti, there's horse, and there's ogre.
How messed up is the ogre? Or not the ogre, the elk. Sorry.
Elk.
It's like
Are
I'm
you
gonna
sure?
avoid the ogre. And then
Roll me a D100.
uh, 98.
98.
Jesus.
The elk only looks like it. The horns were busted off by the train. It might have died prior to that or something. Its body looks pretty much untouched. Just the antlers were snapped off.
How much? So like the whole elk's pretty much there.
Yep.
I will. How much for the elk?
40 gold.
Done.
And they say, okay, you can take it. It's already been drained. It's been gutted. The only things that are, left is the meat and the bones, but ain't no organs.
Has been like
crap left.
quartered up and wrapped and everything.
No,
How much for that?
only 5 gold more.
Okay.
Okay.
Do that.
They chop it up, and you get like 60 pounds of elk meat.
Okay.
It's a fuck ton of elk meat.
Yeah.
Do you want it in salt?
I'll take care of it.
So they slap it all down. Are you planning on just putting that into your bags and carrying it back that way, or what?
I'm actually gonna ask if they have delivery options or a delivery boy or someone to help.
Yeah, they say they'll deliver it for another 10 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
Unless you want to carry this all by yourself.
I don't want to carry all of that by myself.
Okay. Then we're good because I can't carry very much of it.
Is there anywhere else you'd like to go?
No, actually, that was pretty way better than I thought that was gonna go. So
You don't want any side things to go with it? You just want meat?
is he? Yeah, he's probably gonna bitch about everything.
Yeah, he's just gonna bitch that, oh, you're only feeding me meat.
Do you know what rail car we were on?
Like what our cart was?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the delivery guy knows where to go.
Yeah, it's the only one on the maintenance line.
I thought that. Oh, okay. We're on the shitty car on the maintenance line. Do you know where to go?
And the carrier boy is just like, yes, sir, I do. And he pulls out his little red wagon with all the meat. And he goes, I'll have it there in a jiff.
Okay.
And he
Thanks.
takes off running with his wagon full of elk meat.
I'm sure that'll be fine. Let's. Okay, yeah. Let's get some. Is there like any fresh vegetables or anything else around here besides meat?
The guy sort of goes, fresh vegetables.
Mostly fresh vegetables.
There's a grocer depot that takes vegetables from The rail lines and resells them. I wouldn't call them fresh, but they're edible.
How? Okay, where's that at?
It's only a couple miles that way. Points farther into town.
Okay,
You want a piggyback ride, Lentil?
you'd give me a piggyback ride?
Would it make you feel better?
Sure,
Okay.
that'd be awesome.
I give Lentil a piggyback ride.
Roll me athletics, Juniper.
Plus, you're like what, 8?
15.
Okay, now roll me con save.
Eight.
You make it there pretty quick, but you are exhausted, and you guys only have like 20 minutes before you're past the hour that Simon originally set forth.
Yeah, well, Victor
said he wasn't going to leave, but if you were aiming for an hour, you've eaten up a lot of it at this point.
Simon has mage hand.
Erdry has regular fists.
Erdry's not in this game.
Not Erdry, Victor.
So while that's going on, Victor, what are you doing on the train?
Okay. Tinkering.
Yeah? Roll me a
Yep.
tinker check.
Ooh, 19. Do I add proficiency to that?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be 22 plus 2, so 24.
So we'll say with that, between the stuff you got with that tinker's table or station and everything else, you managed to build your second handgun finally.
Hell yeah. It's just like the other one.
Yep, you have
Identical?
two
Okay.
of the same one. Nothing special with them right now, but you do have two of them now.
Okay, and then I've got a like 30% built rifle, right, or something like
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You also have the magic holster.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been attuning to me, but I don't know what it.
It is attuned to you at this point.
Oh shit!
Roll me Arcana really quick.
Oh my god, that was almost bad. 19.
19. So the trick draw holster in any combat, whether it's a surprise round or not, you can choose to skip rolling initiative. Instead, you take the last position in initiative, but in exchange, you also get to take a free attack action before anybody else gets to do anything. So you get to take a free attack action, then you're at the end of the initiative order. Essentially, you get 2 turns on the first round of combat.
Okay. That is actually a pretty interesting trade-off.
But you have to do it before you roll initiative.
Right.
Once you've rolled it, it's too late.
Right.
So,
I can't go, oh, I rolled the 1 in initiative,
Yeah.
so I'm going to use my...
exactly. Exactly. Okay, back to Lentil and Juniper. You guys show up to the shop, and the shop is... the vegetables are packed in like snow to keep them cool, and there's some fruits and stuff. You see various things. They're not in terrible shape, but like nothing's like fresh by any means. Nothing's super gross. It's not like it's soft or bruised, but it's probably like a day away or 3 days away at most from being expired, even if it's kept cold.
Anything here you want?
I'll buy, I guess, probably what I would use before like it goes bad. So
Okay.
being very selective on like what's actually useful.
It's only like 4 gold. You get like 6 pounds of fruits and veggies.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna buy I'll buy a pound or something of just extra stuff.
Okay.
How much is that?
50 silver.
All right. I think
Okay.
that's good. And then we'll head back.
You guys start on your way back.
Yep.
Simon, you're still hearing the same thing over and over again this whole time, as you were urged to get going. The rest of you, you finally all come back together at the train. Victor, you see them coming in right as you finish up your newest weapon.
Took you guys so long.
We had a nice outing without you, Simon.
Okay, you
Yeah,
sent a
I
little.
got a piggyback
You
ride.
sent a little boy here with a bunch of meat, so we just to take care of that.
Why are you complaining so much?
Because you're
Yeah, do
taking
you-
your sweet time, and it's
Do you
time
want
to
the
go.
tofu?
It was gross. Time to go.
Okay, well, I guess every meal since, like, following, we're just going to give him tofu.
Okay.
Yeah, we could have the elk.
I'll give
Yeah,
you
Lendl
something
got
back.
a piggyback
I'll
ride.
give you something back in return. It'll be a little surprise for you.
Okay, Victor, you starting up the train?
Yep.
Let's see how that goes. Roll me a train check. That's just going to be intelligence. Not a strong stat for this group.
Mm.
5.
Okay. You get it going. It's making its way down the track. Are you planning to do anything else?
Just hitting that auto button.
Okay, you hit the auto conductor and it quickly starts to pick up speed. And you can see it needs fuel shoveled in. I presume you shovel fuel in.
Yep.
And it takes off. And you guys are going real fast. The speedometer is still busted, so you don't know how fast. But you're making really good time going south. Yeah. Is there anything you guys are doing while you're going south? Cooking, sleeping, eating, tinkering?
I will be cooking whenever we need to eat, but I would like to long rest. But before I long rest, I would like to cast a spell, which will be my... which one? Trying to decide which one I should actually do. I will do Cure Wounds at level 3.
Third level cure wounds into the ring?
Yep.
Okay. Cure wounds at the third level is stored in the ring.
And then I would like to go to sleep.
Okay, Victor?
And rest.
I'm gonna say, well, I suggest that we do things in groups of 2, and by that I mean we've got this periscope here, so maybe every once in a while someone should be watching through the periscope and checking on things like that, while the other person does whatever they need to do around the train, whether they be working on their own skills or whatnot. We could just kind of trade off, and then the other 2 can sleep during that
Are you
time.
hinting that you want to sleep, Victor?
Well, it's been about 36 hours.
If you need to sleep, then go to sleep. I
Last
can
time
keep
I went
watch.
to sleep,
Before that,
so,
what's the deal with the fuel for this trade? Do you how much do you put in? When do you put it in?
Well, when it gets low, just put a little bit in, and
A little bit.
you gotta feel it out through your gut. That's what I've been doing, because to be honest, when I was asking questions about the train, it wasn't really something I inquired about. So
So put some in sometimes.
yeah, if you feel like the train's going too slow, just put a little bit in. It'll speed up.
This does not sound like a good plan.
It's fine.
I'm in charge of the periscope. That you can
sure
deal with
with
it.
that,
Yes.
Liza Minnelli can help you out if you got any questions. She seems much smarter than you. Anyways, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Good night, Victor.
All right.
Okay. So Victor goes to sleep. Lentil goes to sleep. Simon, you're not tired, I don't believe, right?
No, but if Barissa's mean to me, I might just go to sleep too, and she can deal with it.
Okay. And Juniper, you're watching out the periscope?
I mean, unless Simon's gonna kick my ass over it.
Not right now.
So as you guys are going along, you don't see anything for a while. It's pretty quiet. You're just chugging down the track. Every once in a while, you can make out the track off to your left, a couple hundred yards away. There's the other rail line, the main line. Roll me perception.
24.
24? Holy crap. You see a sign that says Deep Route, 3,000 miles. Nightshade Crossing maintenance stop. 300 miles. 200 miles is the distance to the Nightshade Crossing maintenance stop. So 200 miles to Nightshade Crossing, 300 miles to Deep Route.
What did you see, lady?
Well, we're 200 miles away from Nightshade Crossing maintenance something, and 300 miles from, what'd you say it was?
Deep Route.
Deep Route.
Okay, we got some time, a ways to go before we get all the way down south. That is.
So, were you serious about poisoning water supplies?
What
Or
do you
was that a
mean?
joke?
I thought we all tell jokes here. I don't know what I have to explain my jokes.
I was just wondering.
Were you gonna
rolled
chop off
deception, Simon.
We're gonna chop off that hobo's leg for real?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a nat 20.
Roll,
My first
roll
one today.
insight, Juniper.
Yeah, fuck that.
Funny thing is, we really were gonna chop.
9.
Nine. No, it sure seems like Simon has just been pulling your leg on this poisoning the water thing. Nothing suspicious at all about it.
Also, why are you being so mean to Lentil all of a sudden?
I don't know what you mean. He's my best friend here.
You were being really rude to him.
That's the kind of thing he needs to do a better job at cooking, I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah, some people you gotta like treat them nicely, and some people do a better job when you tell them they did a bad job, and they just try harder next time.
Simon, roll me religion really quick.
15.
15. So you're aware that the god of cooking is known as Ramsley, who is a harsh god that berates his followers and critiques their mistakes in food extremely harshly in order to drive them to become better chefs. So it's not that unlikely that that's an actually reasonable argument to make.
Is it Gorgon Ramsley?
Yeah.
Gorgon.
So maybe you don't have to join if you don't want. If you don't feel comfortable being mean to others, it seems like you're pretty good at it. But if you want to, you can. Otherwise, I got it under control.
Well, you can go ahead and keep on being mean to him if you want.
I will. Wasn't really
But
looking for
I am
anybody's
not gonna be
permission,
mean
but
to him.
that's good. Somebody should be nice and focus on the contract work we have. Seems like your strength.
Is this Seth or Simon? Sometimes I forget
Right?
who I'm talking to.
That's what I was wondering.
A few more hours go by. I need you to make another perception check for me.
I don't see shit. 7.
You saw there were some signs that you blew past that said something about Nightshade, the Nightshade crossing maintenance, but you don't know what it said.
Yeah, I don't know what that said, but I think we might be close to
Have
Nightshade
you been
Crossing.
drinking? Why can you not read the signs?
It just went by too fast.
So we're going too fast? Do we need to do the slow down button or whatever?
I mean, maybe we should slow down a little bit.
We can
If
do
not,
that.
I mean, Deep Route's only 100 miles past that.
They don't know about the slowdown button though. Technically, you
No,
guys
they don't know
the-
about any of them.
We don't know what any of the buttons do at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know how to slow this thing down?
I'm sure I can figure it out. There's buttons that say S. Those have to mean slow, I'm sure.
Do you think we should?
Wake up the conductor? We can. Do you think he would be pissed because he hasn't been
He
sleeping
might
very
shoot
long?
us.
Yeah, this is only like 3 hours into his first sleep in a day and a half.
He might shoot us.
Okay, well let's just do some simple math. Are you good at math? Haley, what is your name?
Just call me Haley.
Yeah.
I can pretend to be.
Pretend to be good at math? I don't think that's how that works. So if
That's
we
exactly how that works.
let's even say we're going 50 miles per hour, which is pretty fast, I think. It doesn't feel like that fast, but even at the high end, we would only have gone 150 miles then in the past 3 hours, and we were 200 miles away, so we still have at least an hour. So maybe do a better job looking around outside the next time you look out there.
Has it been straightaways for a while? I mean, I don't want to ruin his math. I don't
He's
want to
using it
meta
anyway.
his math. It's just we don't know actually how fast the train has been going.
No, we don't.
It's been fairly straight.
Yeah.
Even so, that's the math he's using.
Yeah. No, I get that. I was not for you guys. It was a Clancy question.
I mean, do you think we should slow down though?
Do
Still,
we
just a
know how
little
to
bit?
do that?
I don't.
I didn't touch the buttons at all the
I
previous
didn't
time we
either.
were on the train. So we could wake up Lentil or we could wake up Victor. They've
don't
touched
wanna
the
wake
buttons a lot of
either
times.
them up. Lentil needs his rest.
Okay, well then let's wake up Victor and stand.
I don't want to
could
get
use-
shot.
I could use my mage hand and then we could stand far away and like duck down.
You realize guns shoot through things, right?
If you're ducked down, he won't see you. Or I can become invisible, but that would be wasting a spell slot.
Can I maybe can I roll perception to see if I can, or something to see if I can, like by process of elimination, can figure out what the slowdown button is?
Roll me initiative. Or, sorry, not
Initiative.
initiative. Intelligence.
Roll
Roll
me
intelligence.
initiative.
Yep,
Jesus.
the buttons,
Like,
Punch all of
What
them.
am I gonna do? Fight the fucking train?
the buttons come to life and stab you.
If you have a good
Seven-sided
enough
strike.
combo, then we'll be good.
21.
God damn.
21. Okay. Roll me 3 D100s. And choose the highest of those 3.
Fucking low bar so far.
Jesus.
First one was a 6.
What?
Or 600.
Yeah.
Is that a 7 or a 1?
That's a 7. 79.
79. Okay.
Nice.
So what wouldn't be helpful that we can immediately get rid of? So
The
Turbo
fucking-
Boost would be a 1.
The
That would
huge
speed up.
like steel thing dropping in front of the train.
Oh, no. That is a slowing down mechanism. That's
You said
that's
helpful.
up there, yeah. So we've got shifting left and shifting right. Those are both worthless for slowing down, at least. But shifting right wouldn't be totally worthless. So shifting right is going to be in the final 3. SR. Drop bar stays in the final 3. That's GU. And what else wouldn't be bad? Auto conductor, FD. So I need you to roll me a D6. 1 and 2 are going to be the drop bar. 3 and 4 are going to be shift right. 5 and 6 are going to be turning off the auto conductor.
First off, are you actually pushing a button? Or are you
No.
just investigating?
I was just trying to see if I could, through process of elimination, see.
Well, process of elimination would probably be pushing random buttons. That's what
No.
Lentil was doing.
No. Process of elimination means it's down to those 3 buttons. FD, SR, or GU.
So this roll decides what you think is the
It's
right
a
thing.
different. Okay, it's a smart person choice, I guess.
Yeah. I got rid of almost all of the really bad ones.
But yeah, I guess the main thing I was saying is, are you pushing a button or are you just trying to figure
Just
out?
because I think that it's that button doesn't mean I have to push it.
That is true.
Yeah.
Lentil would push all the buttons.
Well, I'm
So
not lentil.
You have a red button that says SR, a green button that says GU,
Well, I rolled a 6.
Oh, so you got the FD one?
FD. So you turned off the auto conductor, and you feel the train immediately
Well, I didn't
start
push
to
the
slow
button.
down. Oh, well then you didn't turn off the auto conductor. And we'll have you roll again to see what you hit later.
Yeah, because now it has to be mixed up because now you know what the thing is.
Simon, I think it might be this button, but I'm too scared to push it.
Oh, you want me to push it? You would
mean,
rather push a button than wake up Victor?
Do you want to wake up Victor?
Kinda.
You can wake him up. I'm going to look through the scope again.
I'm gonna cast my mage hand cantrip and tap Victor on the shoulder until he wakes up.
I'm going to
Roll
mind
perception.
my own business and look through the scope. Because I'm scared to wake him up.
8.
Nat 20.
It says, as you look out, you catch a sign that says 1 mile to the Nightshade River maintenance crossing.
Yeah, we need to slow down like now if we want to stop here.
Okay, push the button.
Victor, you get woken up by a mage hand at this moment.
There's something I can help you guys with.
Victor, we have to slow down now.
If we want to
What?
stop at
What
the
button?
Nightshade Maintenance Crossing, we have 1 mile and we need to slow down now.
It's emergency.
Wow, and
There's a
Victor
fire.
Gets up and he runs and turns off auto conductor.
Okay, the train immediately starts to slow down.
And then I try to use the brakes,
The brakes. Okay.
not the
There's
emergency brake.
No. They're squealing, and you're not slowing down very fast, but you are slowing down. Roll me intelligence really quick, Victor.
15.
Running outside, you think you were probably going somewhere around 75 miles an hour before this,
Jesus.
and you slowed down. You can see you're slowing down. You're down to 60, and then 50, 40. And then you see a sign that says maintenance track, 500 meters. and it's on the right.
And so the maintenance track's on the right, and we're on a track that just goes through town, or
You're on a track that goes past the maintenance site for the Nightshade crossing. So, sorry, I shouldn't say maintenance track. I should have said Nightshade crossing track is what it is. You're on the maintenance track.
we're on the maintenance track.
If you want to
then-
get onto the track to get to Nightshade crossing, you've got to switch to the right one.
I'm just gonna stay on the current track.
Okay. So, you see that you're coming up on the line, and there's a shift over, but you stay, and you guys are slowing down still, but you're on the maintenance track.
Okay.
You can see, looking out, that this other track curves off to the right, presumably towards the Nightshade crossing stop. But you didn't turn off there.
Okay.
Train continues to slow down. Pretty
Okay.
soon, it stops. You guys are about 1,000 yards from the river.
There's nothing in front of us, or
There is a glowing light off to your right. You can see some sort of glow in the dark, probably where that maintenance stop was that you didn't turn on to.
I'm gonna put a little fuel, let go of the brake, and get it moving just a little bit.
Okay.
Till just as slow as I can until we clear through the maintenance area.
Okay. So Simon, inside you're aware that you missed the turn to the maintenance, the Nightshade crossing, and you're about to go across the river, and that'll be hard to get back that way, unless you want to go to Deep Root.
I think we need to stop here. I at least need. I have something to do real quick. I gotta poop out in the woods.
Well, I would hate to take a bowel movement from a gentleman while we've slowed down as it is. So yeah, we can just stop here for a second. I'd like to take the time to talk to someone here, anyways.
Sounds good. Okay. I'll be back in a little while.
Yeah, I mean, just however long a gentleman takes is, up to him.
Can I roll to see if I wake up during any of this?
Roll me perception.
That's a 6.
You sleep like a baby.
Okay.
You needed that sleep.
Juniper, you stay here. He needs his sleep, and somebody might hurt him if he's by himself.
Okay. Have fun pooping.
Juniper, is there a reason why no one woke me up earlier?
Well, you see, it's a funny story. You haven't had a lot of sleep lately.
Yeah, that's very true.
And Simon thought that you would overreact
Okay.
and shoot us. That's why he used Mage Hand to wake you up, because he was scared.
That's an interesting theory. Have I ever threatened any of you?
Maybe Simon, but
Well,
that's a thing.
he's kind of
He's an asshole.
yeah, right.
But that's why he used Mage Hand, because he was a little scared, and he knows you like punching people, and
Well, I would say that
And I was just trying to keep an eye out on where we were going.
I just feel like me waking up to a train crash more likely to have me punch someone.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying.
We need to keep an eye on that Simon.
Yeah, especially after all those jokes about poisoning water.
How many jokes has he made?
I mean, at least a couple.
I've only heard the one, but it is a
Oh,
little
he
bit
made one while you were
suspicious.
sleeping.
It is a little suspicious that he asked to stop right when we're next to a river.
I mean, maybe that's his code word for pooping is poisoning the water supply.
I'm gonna,
So
you know what? Fuck
perfect.
it. I'm gonna go stalk Simon in the dark. I'm gonna go and try to track down Simon in the dark because of this.
Okay.
I really hope that I roll poorly.
A little bit.
As you guys, as you get out, you can still see Simon. He's wandering. He's probably like a couple 100 yards away from the train now. It looks like he really wants to crap in private. And both of you hear a blood-curdling scream from a few hundred yards farther off where you saw that light. It sounds like the scream of a woman in distress. And that is where we will end episode
9?
9? Yeah, episode 9 of the Drunken Arcanauts Dycairn campaign. The party has stopped.
Simon's poisoning the water supply.
It was poop.
Gross.
Yeah, when we come back, we'll find out if Lentil and Juniper heard it, or if they're going to be left in the dark. Thank you for listening, and join us next time.
Bye.